Bella, log off. Bella the Wolf, and she does art like this, but she also does art like this. And for months, she's been posting things mocking Christians and Muslims, posting things like Bella is the new Allah, Bella's better than Jesus, Bella is Jesus. And she's literally tried it all. Bible stories of Bella. She's even done edits talking about how she's better than Jesus and Allah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a situation that's been spiraling out of control, bellathewolf's online drama. This video will cover the recent fallout from her clash with PacGod, the alarming threats she made towards Stake, and the disturbing harassment that's followed. Stick around because this is one story you won't want to miss. Before we get into the current situation, let's rewind a bit. bellathewolf has been a controversial figure in the YouTube community for a while now. Known for her edgy content and provocative statements, Bella has often found herself in the middle of online drama.
Don't understand. Why you gotta post stuff like not breathing until I see someone better than Allah, and then breathe after with your art? I don't think accounts like this should exist. I don't understand why you can't just let people believe who they want to believe.
Some of you might remember the infamous roast by PacGod, where he tore into Bella with a level of intensity that left everyone talking. But that roast, as brutal as it was, seems to have been just the beginning. Bella's reaction to PacGod's roast was, well, let's just say it wasn't graceful. Instead of taking it in stride or laughing it off, Bella doubled down, launching her own tirades and escalating the conflict. But this wasn't just any internet beef, this was something that felt deeply personal, and it's only gotten worse from there. Things really took a dark turn when Bella started targeting Stake, a YouTuber who until recently was known for his Roblox content. Stake has since transitioned to live streaming, building a loyal following along the way. But Bella's interactions with Stake have been nothing short of troubling. In a recent livestream, Bella crossed a line that should never be crossed. She threatened Stake, not just verbally, but also made horrifying threats towards his dog. Now, for anyone who's been around the internet long enough, we know that things can get heated, but this was something else entirely. It wasn't just trash talk, it was a direct threat to another person's well-being and that of his pet. During that same livestream, Stake's dog became a point of contention, with Bella's anger and frustration boiling over to the point where she expressed a desire to harm the animal. This moment shocked viewers and has since been a hot topic of discussion across various online platforms. But why did it get to this point? Let's delve deeper into that infamous Discord call that has everyone talking. Bella's father decided to jump into a call with Stake, hoping to clear the air or perhaps defend his daughter's actions. What unfolded was an awkward, almost surreal exchange where her father attempted to justify Bella's behavior, but it quickly became clear that things were getting out of hand. Stake, who was dressed as a judge for the call, a lighthearted gimmick meant to add some humor to the situation, found himself caught in the middle of a chaotic family drama. Bella repeatedly interrupted the conversation, making it clear she wasn't happy with how things were being portrayed. The call, which was meant to de-escalate the situation, did the exact opposite. Bella's anger flared up again, and she issued an ominous warning to Stake, suggesting that if he didn't stop spreading what she called false information, there would be serious consequences. For those watching, it was a tense and uncomfortable moment. Stake, who had started the call in good spirits, was now facing threats that went beyond the usual internet trolling. And to make matters worse, the call ended on an even stranger note when Bella's mother refused to say she loved her daughter during the livestream. This small but significant moment left viewers puzzled and further fueled the online speculation about Bella's relationship with her parents and her mental state. After the call, things took an even darker turn for Stake. It wasn't long before his stream was hit by what appeared to be a targeted attack. His Wisconsin Fi went down, and when he tried to investigate the issue, he discovered something far more sinister: a DDoS attack. For those who might not be familiar, a DDoS, distributed denial of service attack, is when someone floods your network with traffic to the point where it crashes, making it impossible to stay connected to the internet. For Stake, this was devastating. Streaming is his livelihood, his full-time job, and now he was being cut off from that income source. But the harassment didn't stop there. Stake started receiving dozens of emails, -30 to be exact, telling him to kill himself. These weren't just angry fans, these were malicious, targeted attacks designed to break him down mentally and emotionally. Even more disturbing was the fact that Stake's family was dragged into this nightmare. His mother's old work information was leaked online, and she began receiving harassing phone calls. His father also had to change his phone number because of the constant barrage of hateful messages. This wasn't just about Stake anymore, this was about his family being caught in the crossfire of online hatred. Imagine waking up one day, ready to do your job, only to find that someone has decided to ruin your life. That's the reality Stake has been facing, and it's no wonder he's considering leaving the country just to escape the madness. He's mentioned possibly moving to Mexico, hoping that distance might give him some peace, but even that seems like a desperate, last-ditch effort to regain some control over his life. The toll this has taken on Stake is apparent. In his streams, you can see the exhaustion on his face, hear the stress in his voice. He's tried to keep going, to keep doing his job, but there's only so much one person can handle. The constant attacks, the invasion of privacy, the threats, it's all too much. Steak has even mentioned that his brother, who also relies on streaming, has been affected by this. Their family's entire livelihood is on the line, and the pressure is immense. This situation highlights a dark side of the internet that doesn't get talked about enough. We often see the glamorous side of streaming, the fun, the games, the community, but there's another side, one filled with harassment, doxing, and threats. It's a side that's easy to ignore until it happens to someone you know or follow. Steak's experience is a stark reminder of just how dangerous and toxic the online world can be. The internet has given us the ability to connect, to share, to create, but it's also given rise to a culture of anonymity where people feel emboldened to do things they would never do in real life. The people harassing Steak, sending those vile emails and attacking his family, they're doing it from behind a screen, hiding behind fake names and profiles. And that's what makes it so insidious. There's no accountability, no way to stop them, and for someone like Steak, it can feel like there's no escape. But what does this say about the bigger picture, about the culture of online harassment and the responsibilities of content creators? Bellathewolf is just one person, but her actions have had a ripple effect that's impacted multiple lives. And while she might be dealing with her own issues, it's important to remember that words and actions have consequences, especially in a public forum like YouTube. Steak's situation is a wake-up call for all of us. As viewers, as content creators, as members of an online community, we have a responsibility to call out toxic behavior, to support those who are being targeted, and to hold people accountable. It's easy to get caught up in the drama, to treat it like entertainment, but at the end of the day, these are real people with real lives being affected. The internet isn't the Wild West. There are rules, there are boundaries, and when those boundaries are crossed, there should be consequences. Bella's actions, the harassment Steak has faced, the impact on his family, these are all things that need to be addressed, not just by the people involved, but by the platforms that allow this behavior to go unchecked. YouTube, Discord, and other social media platforms have a responsibility to protect their users, to ensure that this kind of targeted harassment doesn't happen. But it's also up to us, as a community, to stand up against this kind of behavior, to say that it's not okay, and to support those who are being targeted. So where do we go from here? For Bella, the road ahead looks uncertain. Her reputation has taken a significant hit, and the fallout from this situation will likely follow her for a long time. Whether she'll be able to come back from this, to rebuild her community and her brand, remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, things can't continue as they have been. For Steak, the future is also uncertain. He's been pushed to the brink, and it's unclear whether he'll be able to continue streaming or if he'll have to find another way to support himself and his family. But one thing is certain, he needs our support. If you're a fan of his, now is the time to rally around him, to show him that he's not alone in this, and to stand up against the harassment he's facing. And for the rest of us, this is a moment to reflect on our own behavior online. How do we engage with content creators? How do we respond to drama and controversy?